is the 2019 Jeep JL Wrangler, and we've got it in what I think is the best specification possible. It's called Rubicon. It'll set you back around $64,000, but it's loaded with pretty serious off-road gear for that money. I'm talking about a 4:1 transfer case, 77:1 low range crawl ratio, 32-inch KM3 mud terrains there, coil springs all around, sway bar disconnects. This thing should be seriously capable off-road. It's also one of the most iconic four-wheel drives you can buy today.
Mate, come on. I know this is a bit of a Wrangler love fest, but by no means is this the only out-of-the-box hardcore 4x4 you can buy. In fact, I've personally bought one that's less than half the price of that. It's 25 grand before on roads in this fetching blue paint. It's of course the iconic Suzuki Jimny. Probably the most affordable hardcore 4x4 that you can get. Not a lot has changed under the skin. The recipe's pretty much the same as it's always been. It weighs just over a tonne, weedy 1.5 litre petrol engine at the front, little 5-speed manual box with a proper low range gearing, absolutely no overhangs at either end, heaps of clearance. I've put on a set of 215/75 BF Goodrich tyres on steel wheels. That's the only mod that I've made. And I gotta tell you, I'm thinking this will go just as far as that will 90% of the time for well under half the price. And I would argue that in Australia, not America, the Suzuki Jimny is every bit as iconic as that is.
No, you're both wrong. You're looking at this completely the wrong way. You've got a 4-cylinder car. I could fit that in the back of this Toyota LandCruiser. You've got V6 power, not enough. You need a V8 turbo diesel engine. And I've got enough four-wheel driving kit in here, front and rear lockers. I can load this car up and spend months touring. Can you do that in those toys?
All right, whoa. Take it easy. We could probably all agree that these are all iconic vehicles in their own way. Four-wheel drives, full of heritage, quite similar, but also quite different in their own way too. I'm really keen to see what these things are like, what they're made of, so I'm keen to take them off-road, do a bit of four-wheel driving today. I have to say though, in particular, really keen to see what I can do with this Wrangler. They talk about how capable it is, keen to put it to the test. I've been following this ridgeline track along here, really nice, pretty easy scenic drive, but now the track is changing. It's dropping downhill and it's pretty steep and it looks to be pretty rutted as well. So guys, I reckon this is going to be a bit of a challenge, probably the first challenge for these cars. Who do you reckon wants to go first here?
Rock, paper, scissors, man?
Yep. Oh, damn it, I was supposed to lose. You can go first though, that's okay. Right, we'll let you be the guinea pig.
Too easy. Right, so I've engaged the hill descent control because I just want to see what it's like. And you're already noticing, you feel everything in this car. The body moves around so much, everything is exaggerated.
A bit of mud coming up here on the left.
Yes, we do.
Let the car do its thing. Look at that.
Try not to hit that blue gum on the left. The body roll is so pronounced.
It does lean a bit for a small car.
Yeah, it can be a little bit alarming at times, I gotta tell you. Is that dropping too much, do you reckon?
Marcel, just give us a spot on this next section if you wouldn't mind.
Thank you, my friend.
So you've got a big rut on the passenger side, but also a bit later there's a big rut on the driver's side, so I think you'll be fine, mate. Definitely move towards the driver's side of the track there. That thing's got pretty good ramp over. No much overhang, the little mountain goat, you should be fine.
There you go. And then straighten up and go up towards him.
Turn that off for the time being.
Doesn't like it.
Right, chuck a Yui when you can, fellas.
So now I'm going to be on the gas a bit more because with this tiny engine, you really do need to stay on the throttle.
Yeah, you want to keep the revs up as well in this engine. It really seems to work better when you've got your revs up.
A little bit of a challenging spot here, guys, when you get here. There's a bit of mud, a bit of water, and a few ruts, so you might need a little bit of momentum. to get through, but just see how you go with that Jimny.
Here
Once
we
you
go.
get past there, I'll stick to this side of the track too, just to dodge those rocks.
Left side?
Yep, left side.
Little mountain goat has done just fine.
Felt the
Pretty rutted there once again, guys, so just pick your line and steady throttle.
It's done that pretty easily, to be honest.
It really has. Righto Purcell, we're in the Troopy.
Are you ready for a journey back in time, Mike?
How good is the idle of that V8?
It's nice, isn't it?
Oh, it sounds amazing. You don't need anything like hill descent control and something like this.
This is the original hill descent control, mate.
Just having a
displacement, yeah.
high displacement torque.
Geared
reach
pretty
V8.
nicely too, which is good. It's really low geared, sort of similar to the Jimny. Dip those wheels back in there a bit more.
Yep. So we've got a nice muddy rut just coming up here.
Yeah, so see if this thing will just crawl through it. It's unloaded a bit there on the brakes. And this engine is a real favourite with guys who tune.
Well, this engine's not going to be around much longer, is it?
No.
Because we know that the next one's going to be a V6. Sorry, probably a straight 6, but it'll be a 6 nonetheless because of emissions regulations.
That's right. All right, feel that then.
Yeah.
Not the flexiest four drive in the world. We'll see how we go. I've got lockers, haven't turned them on yet.
Right, and you've also got manually engageable hubs on the front wheels,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
a bit of a throwback.
A bit old school, isn't it?
Just ahead of you there's a small dip and a little bit of a wet section of the track, so just look out for that.
That diff locker's going to have to go on now.
All right. Save tearing up the track.
You just watch the difference this diff locker makes.
cheat.
You would have seen how much that was struggling. On
Cheat.
we go, control the torque at the rear.
Cheat switch. Just
No
works.
fuss.
And it's
And
that
that
old
is why
school.
when brands like Isuzu that say you don't need a diff locker are wrong, because you do need a diff locker. That
do.
proves it.
Right, I'll stick to these rocks here and jump across.
So this is quite rocky.
Yeah, the lockers are still in, so I should be able to just
Yep.
to crawl this hopefully. Keep a little bit of speed up. The tyres aren't the biggest in the
I
world.
gotta tell you, this Jimny on this, like it's like really bad turbulence in a
Yeah.
Cessna, as
Yeah.
opposed to really bad turbulence in a A380. It just dampens everything down.
A little bit of a hit there, probably on the leaf springs, I think.
Yeah.
But this isn't too bad.
What are we at? 1800 up here.
Yeah, it just nicely geared. It's not as low geared as that Wrangler. I'll be keen to see how it goes
Yes.
down this hill.
That Wrangler, I reckon, is gonna be more impressive in this in some ways,
Yeah,
but also less characterful. But we'll
I think
see.
so.
Yeah.
That engine, man.
You've just upshifted and you're basically on a hill at 700 RPM.
It doesn't worry you, man.
A
That's
hill
cool.
start in second, that's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
That's just displacement, man. Nice.
Look
that
at
was
that.
fun. That was really fun. This thing is fun to drive off-road, and I think that's really important.
Yeah, well, all these cars are charming, right? They've got
Yeah.
charm in spades.
Little
So
bit
I'm
steep.
going down in manual gear selection. I'm in first, just to see how the car handles this. Now I'm not touching anything at all here, so I'm
Yeah.
not using any gas,
Just
no
engine
brake,
braking.
just the engine doing
This
all
thing
the
does
work.
have an awesome low range. I bloody love it.
Yeah.
77 to
Approaching
1.
the first semi-challenging bit here. It's pretty choppy and muddy on your left-hand side.
I'm gonna stick to this side, but I'm probably gonna slide into that rut, so I'll just might as well use it.
Yep. Use it like a train track.
I also like to be up nice and high when I'm doing this sort of stuff, so I can sort of see something.
Easy as from the outside, I gotta tell you.
Didn't feel much in here at all. It's fine.
Oh, it's flexing. That's great.
We'll go to the left a little bit, just to
You
make
got
it a
heaps
bit
of
more
clearance down there,
challenging,
you're fine.
and then we'll cut back across.
That still feels pretty good, doesn't it? Nice
Yep,
and
there's
balanced.
a bit of a wheel lift there. I
That
feel
back
like.
left wheel is lifting.
Bit of height.
Great.
Oh,
And that was
did
a rock
tap the
slider, I
ground.
think.
Yep. no hassles there, don't need to worry.
So we're going to go back up that track.
Yes.
We'll probably have to use some of these other
I think we'll
features.
turn on the front and rear diff lock.
Yep.
And we'll undo the sway bar.
Why not?
And we'll see just how slowly we can crawl up that hill without giving it. Yeah.
Okay, here we
have
go.
to do this, but we'll do
The
that.
fun buttons. There goes your sway bar, so we're good.
Sway bar's disengaged, and I am just lightly touching the throttle. Some of the other cars had to bounce up and over some of these sections, but with the front and rear diff lock, as well as
A lot of flex.
I should be able to crawl
I think so.
just slowly up here. Go around that little rock wall, just probably would make that, but just to be safe, we'll avoid that for the minute.
Easy, mate.
Easy,
Just the slow
super
crawl.
easy.
Next challenge I've hit here, a bit of a water crossing. Now, running into water can be a little bit nerve-wracking in the new four-wheel drive.
I've done plenty of water crossings before, but always in cars that aren't mine. So if they get damaged, it sucks, but not as much as when it's your own car and you're a little bit worried about the wading depth, but it got across just fine.
Yeah, it's a little bit different when you own the car, a little bit more excitement,
Yes,
a little bit more fear maybe.
Indeed, but I was really impressed by all three.
Yeah,
do you want to talk about Jimny first?
Yeah.
I noticed that really bluff front meant that the bow wave really stretched out in front of it and it gave you a little bit less
so
water.
behind you
in my
there
wake.
was a foot less water actually in following.
Yeah.
It was interesting how much water it really did push in front.
I think because it sits down a bit more, so it hasn't got the height. So the LandCruiser is sort of the body's up really high, but that thing, it's probably more fun, more exciting because you're in the drink, mate.
Okay, so what about that Cruiser, the opposite end of the spectrum? What do we think?
Didn't bother it at all.
Didn't touch
Yeah.
the water, it's so high.
And you got that air intake there, so you know that
Yeah.
you could probably double that and it would still get through. It's
Yep.
that whole thing, you know.
And the Wrangler has just smashed everything else that's gone in its path so far.
Again, so
Yep.
composed, the Wrangler, it's effortless in the way it gets through the obstacles.
Is it
Not a
kind
problem.
of boring, the Wrangler? Because it looks to me from the outside in that the axles and the wheels are doing all the work and the actual body's just flat.
Look, this is not a terrible office, but in terms of its four-wheel driving, it maybe looks a little less exciting than some other cars.
Because
Definitely.
it's so capable, I think.
Yep.
That's, you got to drive crazy stuff to test that car.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't honestly want us to climb that, do you, Purcell? I mean, look at it. It's steep, it's rocky, it's slippery. I don't even think a mountain goat would get up there. Are you kidding me?
This is the perfect way to end this day with a properly hard challenge. I mean, this does look like big rock steps. It's steep. You're going to have to attack this thing on the side. It's going to be hard going.
If you made this another shade of red, it would essentially be the Rubicon Trail in a lot of ways.
So, yeah.
you know, as good as my little out-of-the-box Jimny is and as good as that thing is, I think there's only one car that's truly designed for that, and it's probably this thing right here, right?
And I'm going to go out on a limb and say right now, I think that car will make it to the top.
You're right, this Jeep, low range, lockers, flex, all those sorts of things, it might have enough ability to do it. It's going to be an awesome challenge, and it's going to show what this Jeep is really capable of.
First obstacle is next to that squarish looking rock down there. There's a big dip just after it. It's a bit of mud under those rocks too. Yep, keep going across to the left a little bit.
So now it's going to start to get more challenging. That was the easy bit.
Far out, fair dinkum.
So it hasn't quite gone according to plan.
No. Is it muddy underneath here a bit?
Muddy, soft.
Right.
Try and go. Yeah, a little bit that way. Once you get up, cut to the left.
Further back again here. This is where you need pretty strong diffs for this sort of thing.
Oh, yes!
Got him. All right.
Clambered up that challenging little bit.
This all right? On the sliders. Should I stick to the left here and then cut? No, I've got to go left and cut.
I'd
'cause that's
say
way
left.
too steep there, right?
And then cut.
All right.
I don't think you can go to the other
And just
side.
hug these trees.
Back further. It's very muddy here now.
Oh, tyres have fit beautifully. Yeah.
Move out of the way. Yep.
Big boulder on your left.
Wait. Yep, go down.
Holy moly. So we're going up the right-hand side, are we?
Oh, I don't know about this bit.
We're better off going up there, you reckon?
They're both pretty hard.
Yeah.
This is super steep now. Yep, right now. I'm going to hang up in the middle here.
Just gonna kiss the rocks.
You're hung up on the centre now.
Okay. Can we track build a bit?
You'll be able to get off. Build the track.
Yeah.
The only way you're going to make it over this section, yeah.
I don't want to give up
So
now.
go back. There, stop there.
Woo! Jesus Christ! Oh. That is hectic.
All right, what am I doing, Tom?
Throw on some rocks underneath. Try and build up some height here so that when we get up over there,
Yep.
we're not hanging up
Yep.
on that part.
Gotcha.
Oh, the big fella. Look at this one. I don't know if you can see
You want a
that,
second
but
set of hands for the big one? Hang on.
the big man is putting in the hard work here. What a legend. All right.
Are you ready?
Nah, those back wheels will be off the ground just about.
Oh, yeah, you're sitting right on the
This one's not.
slider there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still don't have any clearance in the middle there, you're beached.
Far out. This is hectic. Straight off. What do we do? Call it a day, mate.
Hey,
Call it a day.
for the day. Beaten by the challenge.
I think so.
The challenge has been too great for the Wrangler Rubicon. We had 3 or 4 days, we might be able to pack enough rocks here to make it up. We're on the cusp of, I think, conquering this hill. If we just can get the car to shift to the right a little bit, I think it will get progressively easier. It's the call whether we keep trying or surrender.
We've got a few more rocks lying around we can pack. We've got a bit of time up our sleeves. The sun's still high in the sky. Let's give it a crack. One more go.
It's up to you guys. You're doing the hard work, so.
You didn't come this far not to make it. Come on, let's get going.
All right.
Bit of right hand down now. Touch more. Okay. Give it to it. Yes. We're past the hardest bit.
You little beauty. Haha.
Nice work, sir.
Here we go. Here we go. This is an absolute beauty.
Pretty good. You can just come straight at this bit.
Oh.
Where's it?
You're a legend, mate. That was fucking awesome.